second piece of news. I don't know how I'm going to frame this.
Uh-oh.
Pat Forty is a sports writer.
Who hates UConn?
Oh, that's fine. Is he just a meat writer now? Is he just a dick writer?
I don't know what happened. I don't know if Jim Harbaugh paid him, if he's on the Michigan payroll.
So Pat Forty, if you didn't see it, he wrote a story yesterday extolling the virtues of Jim Harbaugh because Jim Harbaugh cuts his own grass. And he called him probably the richest man in America, or one of the richest men in America who still mow their own lawn. And that's got to be untrue. There's got to be people richer than Jim Harbaugh that mow their lawn.
I think that I would put him up there on the because I feel like landscaping.
You understand how awesome mowing your yard is?
Okay, well this is where I don't, because that's one thing. And my dad, I mean, he loves mowing the lawn, loves it. I think I tried to mow the lawn one time and it was horrible. Rich people, I know it's
Let me tell you something.
Rich
Casey.
people.
What percent of the 1% has a yard to mow? Don't live in New York City. Don't live.
No,
in
I think a lot of them.
Yeah, like their Hamptons house.
The 1% of the 1% has
land,
vacations
they
house.
have a second house.
Okay,
Yeah.
but listen.
And I'm guaranteeing you, they're not mowing their own lawn.
No.
Let me take you into the mind of a human adult man. The man who has children and a wife. The man who has means. The man who has succeeded and has a yard and a house. When he goes into that house, why are you watching TV? What are you doing? Take the trash out. Why are you staying around here all day? What are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. When he gets on that lawnmower, he turns that key.
I see.
That's what he
some
nobody can talk to him.
No.
Nobody can hassle him.
Honestly,
nobody can bother him. Nobody can get to that man when he's on that lawnmower.
I do not hate that whatsoever.
And those are 2 hours, 3 hours that just, it is your time.
You know, before, I don't remember it, you will remember it because you're older than me, on airplanes before they had Wi-Fi and no one could ever get a hold of you. My dad said that was like his favorite thing in the world. It's like when he's on an airplane, no one can talk to
chilling,
him. It's just, literally the world can't reach you. I assume that's a little bit the same way with the lawnmower.
He wrote a story talking about he mows his yard and how that makes him so common. Like, okay, first of all, Forrest Gump has way more money than Jim Harbaugh, and he cut that yard for free.
I'll be honest. There's probably a man right now listening to this podcast that says he mows his lawn who's richer than Jim Harbaugh.
The smell of mowed grass is so good.
Yeah.
But I do agree that most men like Jim Harbaugh who have that much money and are also as busy as they are, because college football coaches are very busy, mowing the lawn is probably something they could outsource pretty easily.
Yes.
Fair enough. But I got a question as pertains to this country and the South and the North. Where does it stop being your yard and start being your lawn? Because I'm from the South. I'm fronting whenever I say mow the lawn. I've never said mow the lawn in my life. I don't call it a lawn. It's my yard. I have a yard. I don't have a lawn.
I grew up saying yard.
Yeah.
I feel like lawn is.
Do you have a lawn?
Yeah, I mowed the lawn as a kid.
Okay, well I cut the grass or I mowed the yard.
That was like one of my things I had to do at home. Like it was when it was time to mow the lawn.
Yeah.
Jack, go get out.
I think the yard is between the road and your house. At least what I envision. Lawn is kind of like back property.
Really?
His backyard.
I think it's a front lawn.
I think it's flipped. I think of the front as lawn.
Front lawn,
the
backyard.
back is yard.
That's fair.
Front lawn, backyard.
Everyone calls it one way or the other.
I have an itch.
What's
you
going on?
I had an itch.
I thought he was about to get mad at something.
No, you have a lawn or a yard?
I live in
Lawn.
Yeah, he's from
front lawn.
Detroit. Yeah, front lawn, backyard. Hey, he
so
just cracked it.
I
Front
said-
lawn.
I said that.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
I said it like
Well,
4 times.
I had a front
My
yard,
bad.
backyard. Everything was yard to me.
Oh no, see, I think it's front lawn, backyard.
No one says back lawn.
Also, lawn, it feels
Yeah, I've
like
never
Unless
heard
you're like
the-
in the Hamptons and you're just doing.
No,
too much.
I'm in the Hamptons. You never say back lawn.
Fair.
Side lawn?
no.
That's just like side yard.
Yeah.
And I feel like lawn is more like there's like bars called the lawn.
I think it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think
You
it's
know?
like that. I think it's.
But there's also
I think it's
bars
regional.
called
I
yards.
think down south we say yard instead of lawn.
Pop versus soda.
always soda.
And down south, this is how you cut the yard. You just light it on fire.
No, you can. My neighbor did that, but
Have you seen the guy on TikTok that goes to random places throughout the country that have not mowed their lawn?
Yeah, I've seen it.
And he goes up, and the people like usually are very nice.
It's kind of awkward.
Well, yeah, because he's going up to we all had people on our blocks, maybe not you because you were but like in the suburbs where I grew up, house, there's always a guy on the street that didn't cut his lawn.
Yeah.
And you just heard stories. He's the old guy in the house that doesn't go out. He's haunted.
If this guy from TikTok shows up at and knocks on your door, what he's telling you is your place looks like shit.
Yes, he is.
But some of these people are like older. Maybe they don't have the help.
He does it nicely. I've seen it. He's like, "Hey, I make these kind of videos. Like, I just noticed."
You are right. It is awkward.
Yeah.
I feel like there's been a few times that I keep bringing my dad up, but he's the one. And I just realized he liked to say "cut the grass."
Yeah, I say cut the
grass. I say that too.
He would mow people's lawns in our like direct vicinity of our neighborhood if it got too long sometimes, which is kind of it's a nice thing to do, but also kind of like a subtle fuck you.
That was an issue, I think, at one point in my neighborhood. There was someone that didn't want anybody to do their lawn, and then somebody did it, and it was a massive, like...
We have a guy in my neighborhood down. You've been in my neighborhood. When somebody somebody has a death in the family, he'll just show up and mow your yard. He'll cut your grass.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Only at the death in the family? So he gets the call. Oh, fuck, I got to go to...
No, I don't think he does it like that. I think he'll just show up at your neighbor's house. You're going through it, and he'll just cut your yard for you.
That is nice.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when Katie and I rolled up to Uncle Donnie's house and...
Donnie Walker, my uncle, is the yard cuttingest motherfucker in the world. He'll cut his twice, 3 times a week.
Because he wants to get out of the house?
He's never not cutting his grass.
Yeah, no, I do feel what you're saying about getting away because I feel like that is something that, and you're doing a chore, so your wife can't be on your ass about it. I just don't think that Jim Harbaugh would fall into that category to me.
I think he does because
I think he's more simple.
But that's why. So you said Pat Forty also said he's like one of the most common men.
Yeah.
Of college football coaches, Jim Harbaugh seems like he would be one of the most common.
I think he
wears.
I feel like he goes the other way.
Oh, and he drinks milk.
I mean, he was. I see what you're saying.
He mows his lawn.
He's not a very common man. He was. I mean, look at photos of him from the past. He's like Tom Cruise looking.
All right, exercise.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to say a coach. Y'all tell me if he mows his own lawn.
Okay.
Cuts his own grass.
Okay.
Cuts his own yard.
Okay.
Mows his own yard.
Okay.
Nick Saban.
No.
Josh Heupel.
No.
Dabo Sweeney.
No.
No.
Possibly.
He probably lies about it.
That's exactly right.
Good
he
answer,
definitely
Kate.
lies about his yard.
Yeah.
He says he does, but he doesn't.
Yeah, he's the
Good
type
one.
of guy
I
to be
like
like,
that.
you know what the issue is? Kids ain't cutting their own lawn these days.
And he's got a crew out there cutting his grass.
Yeah.
All right.
We gotta
Mac
I was gonna make
Brown.
that joke.
No,
No.
he's probably too old. Sorry.
But I bet in his younger years he did.
yes, Texas. In Texas, he did.
I don't know. He probably had so many
Brett
acres.
Bielema.
Maybe.
Only if it's not a push mower. He would do the sit on it with a beer and drive.
I assume all of these are sit on it because I assume all these guys have
I
big
think
yards.
Jim Harbaugh pushes. He gives
No chance. He definitely gets on a 0 turn and he's chilling.
probably.
There's a video game where like people stream themselves cutting yards.
Lincoln Riley.
No.
No.
Definitely not. Yeah.
Definitely not now in USC.
Definitely not.
Yeah, does anybody in LA cut their own lawn?
Yeah.
No.
I'm trying to think of somebody who would.
I'll tell you one. You're not going to like this.
No, don't
Jimbo?
say it. He can't even fuck.
No.
Sam Pittman can't even fucking
I was
fit
going to
on
say
one.
Sam Pittman.
Sam Pittman.
Sam
can't even fit
Pittman
I could
definitely
tell,
mows his own
I can see
lawn.
the fat in your eyes right there.
Sam Pittman cuts his own grass.
No chance. The lawnmower's got to have some help here. Jesus.
I could see Ryan.
No chance. Ryan Day is not authentic enough to cut his own grass. Ryan Day's not even authentic enough to show us his real hair color.
You think Braum does?
There's nothing wrong with dyeing your hair.
Well,
A line
Ryan Day's
about
he's got to let go.
Coach K
It's time.
definitely does.
It's time for some gray in Ryan
Coach
Day.
K mows his own yard?
No,
dyes
he
his
dyes his
hair.
hair.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's true.
I think that the most likely candidate to do his own lawn work is Sam Pittman.
No, it's Harbaugh.
Well, we know he does, but if you were going to do a lineup, you put all the head coaches of every single school and said, who do you think cuts their own grass? Sam Pittman is my number 1 draft pick. And you know it.
Sam Pittman?
No.
Yes.
I think he is so happy that he got to the head coaching job and he is living off his money now. I think he's graduated to the point.
He gets on that lawnmower And he cracks open a cold one.
Kyle Whittingham cuts his own grass.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah.
He cuts his own grass. Mike Leach cut his own grass before he died.
Also, he
Yeah.
would be a good option, yes.
Or second, shout out to him. He would be delighted if we were talking about him. Mike Leach just never cut his grass, and he had high-ass grass. Yeah, that's possible, too. Yeah. Like, he's just, what am I going to cut it for? It's just going to grow back next week. It's grass.
It's grass.
Like, I can see him having
Yeah, we
Yeah. Why do we cut grass? Why, we don't cut trees.
And he'd be like, I get it on a baseball field because the ball gets hit, but yeah,
what am I doing? We're not playing baseball. That's
or golf. Yeah.
Mike Leach definitely had an opinion about yard cutting.
He probably at some point has spoken about this very topic.
Right.
In some press conference he didn't feel like being at.
Wherever he's at right now, he's like, he's right. I don't understand it.
Is cutting your lawn very American?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think it's just a very like manly thing.
Like, can I buy?
Oh, see, I watch a lot of like football, soccer. Like I look at those guys. They ain't cutting lawn.
No. But it just goes along. Brandon's right. You get to escape the spouse, escape the kids. If it's nice outside, you can have a drink. I mean, you can have a drink anyways.
You
But
can have a dip.
Oh, have a dip.
Whatever you need to do. Yeah.
Have a chew. Do you
And
have a chew?
Yeah, have a dip, have a chew, same
Does
thing.
Dion mow his own lawn?
No.
No, I don't think.
I've been down to that ranch. There's no way.
Deion Sanders started playing professional football when he was 21, 22.
He may not know how to.
I say this out of respect to him because he's had a great life and he has earned. I don't know if he's ever cut a lawn. I assume he did before he got famous.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't think so.
I've been to Prime Country a lot because if we all remember,
that's a lot of yard out there.
For some reason
mower.
the entire company flew to his ranch in 2020 for the Pro Football Show instead of bringing him to New York. Beside the point, it was great. It was a lot of fun. There's no chance that man mowed even like a fraction of how big that ranch is.